Well, hello there. Hi there. Welcome to Just Bird. Today's video is a haul video, things that I brought into my library and to my possession recently, and I would just like to share them with you, mostly tarot and oracle, but I do have a couple of books, and if any of this is of interest to you, please stick around. And if you are interested in unboxings, I will be unboxing these in my next video. I have 3 unboxings here. Whoopsies. So if you're interested in those, that will be in the next installment. So please do stick around, hit the like, subscribe to the channel if you're so interested. First, I'm going to begin with a book, and it is Krampus and Other Yuletide Tales by Faina Laura. Ooh, I'm having a problem over here. It is delightful. Oh my goodness. Hopefully I don't burn it, but I read Father Frost and the Christmas Eve Vigil, and these tales are delightful. You will be able to share these with your children or grandbabies or just for yourself. Each tale is about a 5-minute read or less. They're not long. They're a bit edgy, and but they all have a lesson to learn. They're teaching something to the children, and the artwork is exquisite. I just love having this, and I'm putting it out on my table because it's going to be my coffee table book for the season. I have personal papers back there, as they are. That's where I'm hiding my mail, on my table. Shh. So I picked this up and I thought, oh, this is nice, and I can enjoy Faina Laura's art every year, and I can have this, and it doesn't have to be a tarot deck, and I yes, solid, really well put together. The book is just phenomenal, and this is published by Troublemaker Press, and it's out of Cincinnati, Ohio. So I am totally, she had this on sale. I picked it up on Etsy for like $17, worth every single penny. I thought about gifting it to someone, but I decided that it's going to remain with me because I absolutely love her art. And the fairy tales are nice too. I'm trying to find a place for it. Well, I suppose next is going to be the Mystic Magical Journey book by Lisa Papez, and it's illustrated by Francesca Payoshi. And she sent some stickers to go along. I did pick up the mini. The total for this is like $77, the book and the mini, whatever, to the States. Now I'm going to, well, maybe I don't know. I was going to get the large one. I put it in my basket, but then I stopped myself and I'm like, just work with what you have, which is the little one. See, I don't typically resonate with the unicorn. I like them and all, but as far as reading, I have a hard time, I guess, with the horses, and maybe because I'm trying to force some kind of connection with that type of energy. But I thought, well, maybe with the unicorn, it would be a little different energy that, than just horse alone, because whatever, unicorn, the magical energy, blah, 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 blah. And this is so well done. The art, I like it. And I thought, well, maybe I would enjoy this in the larger form. But it's Christmas, I put it in my cart, and I'm just not willing to put out $100 right now. So maybe there'll be a time or space where maybe this will get picked up mass market. Who knows? Where I'll be able to get my hands on it, or maybe she'll keep it in, like, available in the future. And if not, then, it's my tough luck. I should have got the large one. I didn't know, and I really never know with any deck until it's in my hands and I actually start trying to read with it. Now, I have purpose for this because I love Jamie Sawyer's boards, and these little cards are perfect for Jamie Sawyer's tarot boards. So no disappointment. I'm more surprised, I suppose, that I like the unis. Aesthetically, who doesn't like the unis? And isn't that so cool that she even includes the certificate of authenticity? Oh my gosh. There's her certificate to prove that the deck is for real. All right. And this is number 486 out of 1,000. So halfway mark almost. Beautiful. I love the colors and the color palette, and even in the tiny, same old cardstock. I love this cardstock. I like a cardstock that wants to be played with, I gravitate toward them more. Even if I prefer the art on something else, I will grab a deck that wants to be played with before something that's just like, it's so beautiful, but I feel like if the cards are sticking, you know what I'm talking about. And here is the delightful book. Well done, Lisa. So this I bought for a Christmas gift for, a child. And not an adult child, but, again, just another way to support someone without, maybe you don't like the unis either, right? Like maybe that's not your thing. Maybe the aesthetic isn't for you. Maybe the color palette, whatever, maybe that isn't it doesn't turn you on. So this is another way to support a creator at a lesser cost, right? Because you can purchase this at Supportive Tarot on Etsy for $10 plus cost of shipping or wherever you're at. Okay, so it's really, look, I can't wait to give this to my friend's daughter. I really can't. And, if I didn't give this to my friend's daughter, I would want to give this to BJ. Yes, I would want to give it on YouTube, BJ Investigates. She loves the unis, but maybe the stickers will go to her. All right. So next, another little Christmas oracle. This is very affordable. $20 after tax, and I think it was free shipping. And then I saw it again where it wasn't. I paid like 18 plus tax, whatever, it was $20, and now I think it's $20. So right around the $20 mark on Etsy, you can purchase this deck, and it is called The Christmas Oracle. The book, of course, I need the book, sort of. for some things, but I'm learning that, like, even though I don't know the book definitions, my intuition is pretty much on point with some things, right? And then I go into the book and I see what is it that the author is describing the card to mean. No. And this little book is very easy. They just have like one little page, and it's much like a Lenormand, but they're not these. This is not a Lenormand, and it tells a story and answers questions nicely. However, it is a deck that I have to get into the guidebook, which I don't mind as long as it's just like 3 cards and I'm not trying to do an entire reading with something that I have no idea, right, about what the creator had in mind or whatever. So this, though, is going to get utilized because, like I said, I don't mind for online readings. I don't mind to lay the 3 cards out and lay a whole reading out and push stop or pause, and pick up the reading part later. I have no problem with that because that allows me time and space to breathe and spend a minute with the cards. Now, online, there's always people that want to look for the negative, and if you don't have a seamless, no edit video, people think that you're over there, I don't know, conjuring demons and fixing the cards and, whatever. It's weird. To me, it's weird. Be like, who would do that? You know what I mean? Like, to think out the answer to the question or of the reading beforehand to, I don't know, set the cards up so that I don't know. It just is weird to me, is, what people think sometimes. So, it is what it is. And that is the Christmas Oracle. It's not a knockoff. There's your little UPC. I don't even know if that's in the right way, but whatever. There it is. It is. Little gingies. Love it. Let's see. Next, this came in, and this is called the Bad Bunny. I'm not sure if I shared this, but you can get this deck gilded, a purple, I believe it's purple gilding, and you possibly could get pink. I'm not really sure. You have to check this out on Etsy. I don't know the shop's name, just Bad Bunny Oracle. Go do your card research. Now, this is just, man, fun. But let me say, if you do go for the Bad Bunny Oracle, know that this is a pre-order, and it will take, I live in the United States. I live on the East Coast in the U.S., so it takes about 2 weeks from time of order to time of delivery where I'm located. So I don't, that's the only measure I have as far as delivery and shipment. She's very prompt, though, and does process your order swiftly. And the customer service is excellent. She's in correspondence with you immediately, very gracious and thankful. So I like that. I've been dealing with a few merchants like that on Etsy, and I'm going to tell you, some folks can take a tip or two from others, because this there's certain vendors, like it really drives me to go back. A very nice professional relationship by me. So I will gravitate, and I will go back, and I will continue to support. I don't know why I thought, like, I don't know why, like, Lisa Pappas, like, I felt like I wanted to support her. She's not even in my country, but she's a woman, right? And I'm not a part of her clique or whatever, the gatekeepers crew here on YouTube. So she would never, like, if I decided to make an oracle, Lisa Pappas isn't going to pop on over here and purchase my deck because I'm not a part of her memberships or paid programming, whatever they, you know, they do in the group atmosphere. I'm not part of any of that. So I don't know why I felt the need, like, but internally, I felt like I needed to support her. And I really just don't know why I felt that. Because as far as, it's not like anything that Lisa has ever done has had a great impact on me, because I haven't studied with her or anything, you know. And I tune in when she's on Don Michelle's platform, but that's it. You know, other than that, I don't know why I felt compelled, though. And so I have to check myself on that, because that's odd, you know. But I did. I wanted to show like support, and maybe it is the I didn't want to. Maybe it is I didn't want to be left out or not in the it crowd. I'm not in that crowd, so why would I do something? I don't, you know, weird things that I myself need to take a look at. This deck, again, what is the name of? Celtic Brew on Etsy. That is the name of the shop for this deck, and it comes wrapped in plastic, and she doesn't send anything. It's annoying. When there's nothing, it's just wrapped in plastic, and here you go. There's nowhere for you to put this very slippery deck, but I love the deck, and I had an extra bag laying around, and so I put mine in this, but I didn't show it, or did I show it? Whatever. It's not included, okay? No bag or tuck box. Which it's not a make it or break it type of thing, but like, what is somebody going to do with I don't know. It's weird that there isn't a place for you to put them after you take them out of the wrapper. Now, this is just I have not read with this yet, with the exception of just pulling a couple of cards to do example of how, just to see how it would read and how it, you know, is for me to read with. And I like it. I love these type of oracles, though, for certain style of reads and just different imagery. So yes. And there's a lot to draw from within this deck. Well, even without any cards. I mean, probably not the best card to use as an example, as there's words on it. But you know what I'm saying. Even without keywords and stuff, the image itself is enough to draw inspiration for a reading from. But I do appreciate the keywords on this deck for the purpose in which I read. The imagery. I like this art style. And this card stock, again, supreme. Love it. Yeah, so I can't wait to get into this. I think it'll be just something that an extra layer to readings on like a deeper level. I love to stack and bind cards. It's just, I don't know. Sometimes I'm like the absolute most, and then other times I'm the absolute least and can go down to like no cards. Let's just pull a charm. You know, like just totally whatever, and no hard or fast rules over here. But see, when I saw this card, like some things just, you know, they invoke a lot. The imagery. So, yeah, I give this 5, 10, whatever, 5 out of 5 stars, hands down. Very nice. Because the cardstock, I'm so pleased that she went with a cardstock that isn't. Because for the style of reading, I need the shuffle. It's not like an oracle where I'm just going to be pulling one for a reading. So I'm glad she went with something that's very satisfying to shuffle. And I like the purple backs. I like the Celtic knots. I love everything about it aesthetically. The only thing I didn't like is not having a house to put it in once it was opened. And that's just easily remedied. But as a seller, maybe she should consider some form of bags. The Yuletide tales, just like the book, I have the Lenormand, and boy, I dig this. I have been using this, and I just love the imagery and the color palette. Come on now, focus. Can we focus? Yes, focus. Let's move the focus over. So, Faina Laura, I love you, Faina. I love your art. Absolutely incredible. It's just so pleasant and kind of dreamy. It's just, straying from the traditional green and red and ho, ho, ho. Like, this is pretty, right? But this, I like the blues, the pinks, the moons, the bunnies, all of it, and the Scullies. Just totally love her vibe and her art style. I'll keep coming back to her for more. I have just about everything that she produces except for like the happy tail, the colored. I don't like them. I like the wild whiskers, but when it came to the colored, like the happy tails, that's not for me. But I'd probably buy it and be like, oh, in love, but I'm not going to, because I know that I've already seen, and I don't want to try to make something fit just because I absolutely adore her art and her art style. So this you can find on Etsy at Faina Laura's Etsy store. And I don't even remember the cost, but her decks are affordably priced and phenomenal quality. Rose petal finish done right. Even the box feels luxurious. So pretty. Thank you for another deck, Faina. We have the Yuletide Monsters Oracle. I bought this because I have a Krampus playing card deck, and the playing card deck has images of Krampus on a different image on every single card. So I thought I would utilize that as my tarot / just cartomancy, just whatever, that style of reading. And I thought I would try this out, but I have no idea how to read with this because I haven't gotten into the pamphlet. So, you know, but we'll see. We'll see. It probably is not going to be this year since we're already in December or whatnot. And it'll probably just get worked with next year. But wow, I do like this imagery. I really do. But I don't really know what this, like, how to utilize this yet. And I don't know. Now that I'm seeing the imagery, I'm like, when I get off of here, I'm going to sit down with this pamphlet and get it on with this deck because, man, this is what I like, you know? And I love, you know, creepy, dark, you call it what you want, witchy, gothy, ghouly, whatever. I like it almost as much as I like all of the pastel and bubblegum and, you know, I do. I really like this, like, this art style with, like, the lines and sketch or scratch. It seems like a you know, almost like etched, but yeah. So this, that's what I'm going to do when I get off. And I'm going to sit down with the booklet and see what I can come up with, if it's going to be easy reader. Like, who doesn't want that? You know, I unless you have little children, you know, or even grandbabies, I wouldn't want it if I had young little ones around. You know, I do like to prank kids. I mean, my own kids when they were growing up and things, but I'm not trying to hurt anyone's children. All right. So what? Another deck that's recent to me is the Antique Tarot, and wow, this is so pretty. And I know the camera's not going to pick it up, and it is glossy, so I don't know. Let me see. I don't know if I'll be able to show you. It's a dusty mauve, like rose blush color, and I know this just isn't picking it up. And if I shine the light, it's still not going to pick it up. It's just going to blare it. But it's front and back versus, you know, for your upright and reversals, it's front and back. There's no backing to the card. So you have perspective for the Four of Cups, and then you have boredom with the Four of Cups. So I like how Trish did this. And I've been working with other decks of Trish. Like, I work with 2 decks from Trish on a daily basis, and I take those to go give readings with, and I utilize her decks on my YouTube channel for readings as well. So this one, though, hasn't gotten any play from me yet, but it's new to me. You know, going into a no spend year, well, a low as far as tarot is concerned, but or oracle, whatever. This part of my life, I'm reining it in for 2025 will be the no, not anti or anything, but I have enough that I need to work with. Oh, like I have and everything that I have, I don't want to part with the exception of a handful. You know, like literally there's a few that I purchased, and it's like I'm done with it already and have no desire to keep, or I have no desire to start, and it's a what's I thinking type of purchase. Like, so and in my head, there's only really one that's sticking out. Now, decks that I want to get rid of due to poor, I guess, experiences. I have a whole collection of decks from one artist that I really just want to rip up and, heated and feel slighted. Anytime somebody lies, right? And for $1, I don't want to do business with you. See that, here I'm hoping I can pick up the color and the subtlety of those blush hues throughout the entirety of this deck. So pretty. So like I said, I haven't used this, but I have quite a few of Trisha's decks. Isn't that just such a sweet momentum? The Chariot. I love the Chariot and delay. Yeah, I have been delayed with this deck, but there I am, And yes, I just really do enjoy everything. So pretty. So yes, I just Trish is out of Australia, and you can find her here on YouTube, Trish James, or you can go to her website, www.trishjames.com, and check out, she has a line of decks. I think I've purchased 6 decks from Trish so far, and I'm hoping that she comes out with 1 or 2 more this year coming. So, because I'd be excited. It's just when I connect with something, I don't want to halt that. All right, next, Simplicity Tarot. This is a signed copy from Emily Munoz, and she is a local to me, so of course I purchased the signed copy. I purchased this. I have the Simplicity Lenormand, so when I picked up the Lenormand, I picked this up, and I look forward to her. I think it's a Crystal Fox. Is it Crystal Fox? I think it's the Crystal Fox is her next deck. Well, must be in the Simplicity Lenormand, but I think it's called the Crystal Fox Tarot. It's her next deck, so I'll be keeping an eye out for that. I love the size of this deck, and it's US Games cardstock, so it's again shuffleable. And boy, I do enjoy this. It's gentle, and this is not going to be used probably until summertime. I would say spring, but I have so much for that time that I believe this will take me through into the summer. This will be in the lineup, even though it feels, it feels I don't know. It doesn't really feel spring-like. It doesn't feel springy. It's just the color palette that makes it spring-like to me. I'm not sure yet of the energy of this since I haven't worked with it. But I just kind of like it. It's a large, small deck. I don't know how. It's not heavy or anything. It shuffles really well. It's nice size for small hands. I find the backings are very pretty, as well as the fronts. It's just, a basic, more simplistic, just like the title says, and I enjoy it. And I picked this up solely to show support to Emily. Now, the Lenormand I picked up because I just solely wanted it for for myself. I haven't shown that yet, but that'll be in an upcoming video because I just have a little too much. I picked up the High Priestess. This is the RWS Halloween Tarot. And there is your inside. And I picked this up on Etsy for less than like $30. It ran about $30 after all said and done. And I wasn't going to resist because even though Halloween is over, since I'm going into a no-buy year, I have actually 3 new Halloween decks for next year. But this being that this is a Rider-Waite-Smith clone, I would actually pull this out any time of year, and it probably will be played with when I get the Halloween, like the itch. It comes to me around, like this year it came in June. It usually shows up around July, August, where it's like, ooh, I'm aching for Halloween. This will be pulled out. I don't care if I feel like Christmas in July. I'm pulling out Christmas decks. If I want Halloween, I'm pulling it out. Really, I like this deck. This is the created by Printagrams on Etsy. The creator of the Mystic Soul. I believe it's the exact same cardstock as well, if you are familiar. Which means it is a cardstock which needs to be worked with just to, find your groove with it. And I can't wait to get into this. Like I said, I'm not going to show anymore. It is a clone, but I do so love the aesthetic of this for that Halloweeny trick-or-treaty vibe. And I mean, yes to the orange, yes to it all. I do like this. And again, like I said, this is one of those decks that you have to shuffle to get it broke in. But once it's broken, like the Mystic Soul, it's like, butter. Okay. Sticking to the witch vibe in Halloweeny, we will find your magic. Now, I know that this deck probably isn't going to stay in my collection very long. It's very chunky and I don't like the cardstock. There we go. Very nice little book. Now, it's such dumb packaging. I'm sorry, I don't understand. Here's the tuck box that this deck comes in, and they put the tuck box inside of this drawer box. So I broke down my tuck box and put it in the drawer. There's your book. And here's the deck. It is, do you hear that? It is such crappy, shitty cardstock. Like, it's not a deck. Like, the more you shuffle it, it's not gonna loosen it up. It's not. No, it's like, it's that sticky, glossy stuff that you just don't. I don't know. I don't want to work with it. Like, I won't ever pick it up. Like, I don't know. I'm trying because I like the imagery, but I know myself, and I'm not going to want to deal with it for long. You know, like I know it, because something else feels so much better in my hands. And I know I have other things that can take care of whatever this vibe is. What I don't have is a color palette like this in any other deck. But boy, I don't want to get rid of this. But I know I'm not going to use it because it's not a comfortable shuffle. It's bulky and heavy in my hands. Ugh. But yes to everything else about it. So good job on the deck. But I think that's Sarah and Julia. I'm sorry. I love your illustration, Sarah. This is beautiful. I wish so much that this was on a better cardstock. It's so disappointing because this imagery, but do you hear that? Hard, you know, the cardstock. Like, yeah, there you go. And then like all the gloss. Like if I had a light on, let me see. I turn the light on. But if I had the light turned on, I don't know. Like, yeah, like I don't like that. Always having to. Not too bad. But that would be annoying to me. Like that light. See, this deck is incredible. The illustrations are, and I want to be like, this isn't going to bother me. But I do know that I just will be like, I'll pick it up and probably put it down. I have done readings with this already though. So I'm going to keep it and see how much play it gets in the springtime. Hopefully something, even if it's just like pick piles or something, because I just love the imagery. So I have got to get over the cardstock and, you know, keep it for pick piles, because I love the deck. I'm just disappointed though, and it's so chunky and heavy. I'm just not into that bulkiness, but I love the imagery. It's terrible. All right, sticking to the program, I did pick up the Happy Halloween Tarot, and again, not before Halloween. I haven't read with this, and Krista from Krista Chronicles is absolutely right about how adorable this is. I was going to say there's not a crack in there. I don't know what that is. But whatever. It's gone now. And it is so cute. So cute. And then you have your spider web over here. Just adorable. Adorable packaging. I'm loving it. Here's your booklet. Published by US Games, black and white, blah, blah, blah. It's on linen cardstock. And I don't like this guild. I know they're trying, and it looks good at a distance, but in person, it just kind of looks, like gray or dirty or something, like, especially when you go this way. It looks like I kind of edged it myself and overdid the ink or something, you know what I mean? But yeah, so I don't care for that. It's you know, but it's not great, but it's not it's nothing that I would say, oh no, I can't have that in my hands. There's your beautiful backings. Very happy. And I really enjoy, I enjoy this. Because I love, you know, the traditional Halloween and stuff and all of the cartoony blah, blah, blah. But this is nice to stay with this art style. I like that. I really do. I also picked up a playing card deck, Halloween, and boy, that deck is just so cute. So this isn't going anywhere. It's just, I just didn't have the opportunity to even do a reading because I picked this up like a couple of weeks ago. So it's, and it was sliced down. So I didn't pay what they're asking for on Amazon. You can get it elsewhere. Check around to different places. Try thrift books if you like, because if you can wait for it, you can save a good $10-12. And why not, since you're probably not going to utilize it until next year. So if you are interested in this deck, I would definitely keep it on your wish list and check throughout the year to see when the price goes down to like 18. It should be by July, April, maybe. But that's by Sonny Graves. I'm sorry. I can't wait until next Halloween to use it. Now, believe it or not, folks, I am not done. I'm not even close. I have 3 decks over there that need to be unboxed, but I have a couple of more shelves of things that are new that I haven't talked about or shown that I'm not going to get to today. I'm going to show you this is new, the Symbolon, and wow, I really like it. I can't stand the book, but it took me a minute to figure it out how to utilize it because there is it's a blank card. No title, no number, nothing. And here's your book with the title of the card, which is not on the card. So, but in the back, so you go to the glossary in the back to find the card, and then it will give you the page number of where it's at in the book. And I'm just like, this is dumb. Who puts a book together, like that? But whatever, who cares? It's very simplistic. I don't particularly care for the backs at all, but they are what they are, and the deck is in my hands. So it didn't put me off that much. What I like to do with these is pull 3 cards and just intuitively read the message, and then I will look up the card to see if I'm close to what the author was going for or not. But these have so much in these images. You have the bold, bright colors. You have wings on the feet. You have wings on the helmet. You have a helmet. You have your astrological and planetary. Here, what do you call these? They're not sigils, but symbols. Cross, window, candle, book, crown, chair, everything. Then you have medications and things here, so it looks like he's in a church or something, right? So a lot to draw upon aesthetically. I can't believe I have never picked this up, probably because it's a little pricey for a mass market. But I picked this up locally and I do not regret it. This is not a mistake. Okay. Or a cover card. But yes, so I actually, I haven't read for anybody else with this, but I have just been drawing 3 cards and having fun with what I come up with as far as the reading. And that's what I like. I like to just sit still and tell a silly little story, and sometimes they're silly, sometimes they're profound, the message that I'm receiving. So sometimes they're just quirky. But I never asked it a question, right? Like I just pull 3 cards and read what the message could be without a question. And so I would be curious to see how this deck reads with a question posed to it versus just an intuitive message. I do like the way that the Fool is portrayed throughout the deck and what the Fool looks like. So that is the Symbolin, and it's been around for years. I just never got around to purchasing it. You can find it everywhere, and it is published by AGM. Germany. Okay, a name I cannot pronounce, so I'm not even going to try. I didn't even never heard of this word before, but I'm going to think that this is, one person Nancy. All right, this is a very lovely deck, and I'm really digging it. Metallic box, blah, blah, blah. There's your information. You can find this deck on Etsy. I have a few decks that match this aesthetic, but I know just because of the cardstock that this one is the one that I will be gravitating toward. 1, it fits perfectly in my hands. 2, it's on delightful, supreme, smooth linen. That gild is not going to wear off or get chipped. And this is just a very nice addition with some, fresh imagery that I'm not used to, and, new keywords. So I like that. And what I've pulled from this deck so far has been, I haven't been disappointed, right? And it hasn't been wrong. So there's that. And I've only asked it maybe 3 questions. And then I was just pulling a card to read in the book, trying to familiarize myself with, the author's view and just soaking in the imagery. I'm not fond of the color palette, if I'm honest. I don't like a lot of the colors in here, but I love the imagery, which is odd. And like I said, I think this deck is going to get utilized a lot in 2025. Not only for readings or whatever online, but just for self to draw from, because I like it. And that's something like when I'm getting a profound message that I like to think about and ponder upon. And and review to see, like, is this an area that I'm not seeing? Is this an area that needs change? Like, what is it? What is the real message for me? So that's how I'm going to utilize this. Like, I don't know. I like to play around and see what messages come with cards, but as far as actual reading of them, it's probably going to be 1 or 2 cards per day to see how's my day going to go, or, you know, what's the energy for the rest. I don't do nighttime polls for self. No. And I hardly ever do morning polls, but like, since I have a deck that I want to pull from, it will quickly become part of the routine. And the final deck that I'm going to share with you today is the Pastel Journey by another beautiful woman here on YouTube, whose name I cannot pronounce, Miss Vanessa. Yeah, beautiful. This deck. I can't believe I liked it, because I thought it was going to be too, I don't know, childlike and girly of a deck, and it's not. Isn't that, I love that she has that gilding, as does the deck. Superior quality. I purchased this on Amazon for less than $30. And boy, am I I'm so not disappointed. I like, yay, everything about it. Yes, please. This reminds me of like Punky Brewster, but we used to wear like high top, you know, we'd wear Chucks and high tops, and we would have different colors, and you know, as long as you had a gal pal that wore the same size shoe as you, we just swap. You know, if I had a pair of shoes, now we had, you know, 2 pairs of shoes. Just so weird. Because we would wear one yellow, one red, whatever. Of course, I had to wear green. Green and black. Give me green and black. That's all I want. And then I went from green and black to like pink and green, but green was my staple. And boy, I just love it. It's like, yes, please give me more. And then with the cardstock, I like it. I'm surprised with myself always with what I get along with. But this, I can't even describe, like, the little, like, it brings like this joy upon me, as the aesthetics of this. Just, it makes me smile, you know. She looks like a little mermaid whittling away, like, and it's sweet and endearing and just lovely, lovely color palette to look at. And you know, but there's her expression, like, I don't think so. You know, why does she seem like she's gonna like rail someone with her rod? Like, it's talk back again. What did you say, sir? You know, so cute, just endearing. I like it. And I was like, you know, too childish. That must be for little girls. Like, little girls read tarot. This one does, I guess. But, I just love it. I like when something surprises me in such a good way. I've read with this. I haven't really, I think I've read with this every single day since I've gotten it. Like a reading, not just a card or 2, example question or something. No, like actual readings. I've been reading with this regularly. The Orenda travels around with me everywhere for self as well. That one, I just can take it everywhere. It's beautiful, and it's probably gotten more play from me than any other deck. I don't really remember what I was using at the beginning of the year. I don't remember. I'll have to go look because I don't know. But this is, again, the pastel journey, and I am so not disappointed. And tomorrow, or the next video, again, I will be unboxing the little game Le Normand and the House Cat Tarot or Oracle and the Starry Rabbit Time of Magic. And they did send an extra card and a bag. So if you're interested in those, hit the notification bell so you know when I upload, or subscribe to the channel, whatever it is. You know, do the YouTube thing. Pay your dues, folks. Bye.